Hey, what's happening? It's Mike Hussey from Skull Session. This week, episode 16, we got streetlights in East Rutherford, sharks, cougars, Knicks chaos, and a $500,000 T-Rex purse.
I need one of those. Jurassic Park on steroids. Let's do
Jurassic
it.
Park purse. Hey, what's happening? Welcome to episode 16 of Skull Session, season 2. I'm Mike Hussey. I'm with my boy.
Rich Tierney.
And let's get it going.
Yeah, as
Let's
always.
get it going.
A lot of good stuff this week, Mike.
Yeah, we got a lot of shit to talk about. So
Not anything too in depth that you gotta
that you got to think about it,
or even that you
you
gotta think about it. But definitely some fun stuff, right?
Yeah,
I mean, some crazy stuff. Like, you just when you think leading into this, I wanted to put it on, and we don't really need to talk about it more than talk about it real quick. Is I seen somebody putting these videos up that they have a honey badger in their house that they wound up getting in as like a rehab. I don't know if it was left as a baby or some shit, and now they have it in their house, a honey badger, and they have a dog like it looks like a little Jack Russell that's like messing with this thing. Meanwhile, it's just like staring the dog down.
Right.
The claws on it.
It's gonna
like
be
this.
dinner. Right. It's like 3-inch claws on it.
I just saw that before the show, and I was like, we might have to do a thing on.
Well, it's like Anthony's
badgers as
dog
pets.
bringing home the headless iguana.
Yes. Yeah. Down in the Keys. Like, he was on a mission for like, since I got there. It has to be over 2 weeks now.
Well, they're all over the place down there.
Yeah, well, they're invasive species in Florida. Like, iguanas aren't natural, so they actually want to get rid of them. But he got rid of one. He was eating the head off of it. So
yeah, I seen another thing this morning about the pythons again.
Yeah, well, they're all over, man. That's like a huge thing.
There's no more raccoons. There's no more skunks. There's no more rabbits. There's no more. They're
eating
gone.
small
There's
deer.
Deer. Right.
I mean, down where they live, they have these key deer, which are like the smallest white-tailed deer around. They're only found like on a couple islands in the Keys. A python could eat one of them. They're not even that big.
Whole. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is like insane, But anyway, enough of crazy ass animals. That was a cool story, man. That the World War II with the streetlights and all.
Yeah. I went to visit somebody in the hospital over there, and I was just on the bus coming home, and I'm looking out the window. I'm going, and I've seen like a Vietnam vet, and then World War. It was just like all vets from all the wars. Vietnam. It was just on every streetlight in East Rutherford. So shout out to East Rutherford. That was pretty. That was pretty cool.
I know back in Texas and I think I might have seen it here, but in Texas, next town over and stuff, they used to put that on the banners on the street light, and it was mostly like younger people or whatever that were like actively serving now, like hometown hero,
right,
and all. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, it was cool too because they had. People that are there now too, which was awesome. You know what I mean? Like serving in the Marines or the Army or whatever. It was just. And East Rutherford is like it's like totally blue collar neighborhood. You know what I mean? So it was just pretty cool. All tiny little old school Jersey houses.
I mean, hardly any World War II vets left.
Right. I mean, if there are, they're 100 and something and stuff like that.
It's kind of cool because obviously we were tearing down statues not too long ago, but you're not just putting up statues for every one person that was there, So at least here, I mean, it puts a name with a face. Maybe you see that banner with the guy, and then you see him in McDonald's and go buy him breakfast or something,
Right.
And give him.
I guess you've seen it too on YouTube now because of this World Cup craziness. Like all these Europeans are here, and they never had fucking ranch dressing in their life or fried chicken or like brisket. I mean,
they're loving it. The one dude was like blown out because he could buy like pistol in the same spot you get a brisket sandwich,
Right,
you
I
know?
could fill my tank, get a sandwich, and buy a gun in the same place.
Right.
And they were also like, even like something as stupid as ibuprofen. This lady was in like a CVS or something in England. She said you can only buy a box with 16 in it, and that's all you're allowed. And she goes, "Look at this! You could buy 1,000 here, 1,000."
Yeah.
I
I
mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. And just like there's a couple that are sticking out more than anybody. One guy, he went to the rodeo, and the Scottish people in Boston, 2 bars ran out of beer with all the Scottish people there.
yeah. I oh, in Texas, I seen a video coming up of the Dutch team, which, um, is like the Netherlands, you know, they got
Right, right.
orange. They were in their own bus, they were pulling in the Buc-ee's in
Yes.
Texas.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that had to be a trip.
Yeah. And yeah, they did. And the other thing was the UFC fight at in Washington. To see that, that was cool. With the like, I
Yeah,
think they had
super
the
cool.
Blue Angels fly over, and what's called Dana White came out with President Trump.
It it's cool, but it wouldn't have been so cool if the terrorist plot that was in
Right.
place woulda went
How
through.
crazy was that, dude?
I know. I
And they
mean,
were
and they
just going
look
to snipe the crowd.
well, I don't know if they I mean, maybe they were, like, prepared for that. They're definitely getting charged with it,
Oh,
but,
they're
like, would they
done.
have been able to execute it? Looked like a bunch of dumb dick they were all seemed to be Americans,
Right. It
you
was
know,
like
they were
Nebraska and stuff like that, right?
yeah,
Nebraska, Iowa. Yeah, just
right.
a
I mean, I shouldn't s I mean, you definitely can't, like, not take it serious. I mean, look at years back with, Tim McVeigh just blowing up freaking,
right.
you know, that building by himself,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Killed what, 160 people or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
and got away.
yeah, but I
Just
mean
parked the truck and walked away.
yeah, but I mean, while we're on World Cup, I mean, I don't follow and I always say it probably is cool, soccer, like, on
No, it's not cool.
the World
Just
Cup
takes
is
too
pretty
long,
cool.
dude.
It
Well,
does,
it's
but
only cool because it is, you know what I mean? But
yeah, some of the
to watch a
matches
soccer game, it's like paint drying. I mean,
yeah,
it's,
like
two
some
and a half hours go
baseball,
by. It's 2-0. Did you
right.
see the Japanese? Did you see what they did?
They were cleaning up
They
in the
they
stadium.
yes,
They always do
yes,
that. Yeah.
yeah. And
Um,
then, I mean, and it was cool because then everybody started pitching in when they seen the Japanese people doing it.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think,
yeah,
so far, like, I think there was an upset. The other day, I think, Congo Republic of the Congo beat, like, Portugal or something.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah. And
because
Japan tied, I think the Netherlands with like a header
yeah,
into the yeah.
but,
So
so far, I think, like, Argentina with Messi and all, they're
well,
still
yeah, he got a
the
hat trick,
favorite.
that
Yeah.
guy, and he's 38 years old. I
Yeah,
guess
that
that's
guy's,
old
like,
for
unbelievable.
soccer.
I mean, you see the
Yeah,
shape that he's in,
right, right,
you know, it's
right.
freaking, like, no joke, you know?
Yeah,
But
yeah. But
but
it's pretty cool. I mean, it just it's amazing what these people would think America is,
yeah.
compared to what it is. You know what I mean? I mean, they're not getting dropped off in the Bronx, but
No,
but
no.
Texas is different than New York, obviously. But people
Well,
are in Boston and shit like that. And, that's another big city. But yeah, it's just cool. It's good for us.
they were
Anyway, good.
blown away they were in, like, AT&T, like, Cowboy Stadium, and they're like, "It's air conditioned," like
Yeah, right,
and that
right.
place
Well,
is
that
huge, man.
another thing. Like I didn't know. Elisa's been there a couple times, but I didn't know like there's no AC in England.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I don't think
cause
I mean, I
the weather
guess
sucks so much. But I guess I mean now it's hot over there, so I guess people are getting it with money. But
yeah.
yeah, the guy's like, I'm in my hotel room and it's 68 degrees. He goes, it's 95 degrees. It was in Texas.
Yeah, but in
98
Texas,
degrees
I don't know
outside.
how anybody ever lived without AC. Like,
Right.
if you go
Or
back to
Florida. Right.
pre-AC in these houses out in the middle of nowhere, it's,
Right.
triple digits, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So,
I don't know how they did it. And the
yeah, I
same when
don't
they show, like, when you watch an old movie and they're in, like, New Mexico. I mean, isn't
yeah.
it 150 degrees there? And I guess maybe you're always wearing the clothes that are on your back. So it's just like, imagine the
I'm
stink.
Well, I remember being over in the Sinai, when I was in the army, and you're out in the desert, and it's like 100 and something degrees, and like the Bedouins, like the native people, they got full like clothes on,
Yeah, but
like
that's probably all they have.
it
You know what I
is.
mean?
And I mean, I guess you're
If you put your
protected
coat
from the
down, it's
sun,
gone.
but
Yeah,
you know, so I don't get that whole thing. But
yeah,
I was at the beach last Sunday. I'm gonna try and go this Sunday. And I'm always thinking about now you have all these drone um people flying drones, and all of a sudden you're like, shit, look at that guy surfing. There's a shark right next to him. What about that
right.
dude at the Navy base in
N
Panama City?
And he was a civilian, wasn't he?
No, I think he was a Navy dude. Maybe he
Yeah,
was a civilian employee that was
but he
out
got his
there
arm
like
ripped off.
snorkeling or something. Yeah.
They had to take his arm off, right? They said it was, like,
Yeah.
nothing left of it.
I don't know. I stayed at
That
that base years back when I was still like in the air guard, and we went like on a road trip with the RV, and they got a campground there. It's a pretty cool campground. It's right on the water, and you
yeah,
could rent a boat from there and go out. But you could see, everywhere around there, there's sharks.
right.
Like
I mean, I
like
don't know.
the
It's
yeah.
just insane. Why would once you see the sign, dude, shark, like,
Well, I mean, what
that's
else
it's
you gonna
over.
do? I mean, if you're gonna
Yeah.
people that surf, they're still gonna surf. Like I'm not gonna
Yeah,
stay
I
out of
mean,
the
I guess
water
in the
because
big picture, like, even in Florida and California, only one person dies a year from shark bites,
yes.
so what is the chances?
New Smyrna's, like, here on the Atlantic side is, like, the big shark deal, but usually
What's
it's,
that?
like, New Smyrna, Florida,
What's
New
that?
Smyrna Beach,
Oh, oh, oh.
NSB. Yeah, they have a lot of shark attacks there or sightings and all, and I know some people that actually fished with them, like, right off the beach,
Yeah, well,
but
that was the other thing too, they're not as smart and they know how to come in and,
yeah,
take a bite and go
and
back out.
take a bite to go.
Yeah,
Get it
see
I'll
ya.
have that to go.
I'll have it to
But the
go,
the
yeah. Put some
biggest
ranch
issue
on it.
with people is go out there and the water's, like, cloudy, or they, they're near, like, where a river inlet or something, like, empties out into the ocean, and that's where they go because there's a ton of fish there and the water's cloudy,
Right,
and
right,
and then
right.
you just go splashing around in there and you become like food, you
Yeah,
know?
you look like a seal. Everybody looks like a seal.
They had, Sunday or on Saturday before I went to the beach over in St. Augustine, they have those manatees down here. They look like big
That
tur
big, dude.
big turds, like big,
Yeah, yeah.
and,
They got a weird face.
a bunch of them got, like, stranded
All
on the beach,
grounded.
like, the tide went out, and, like, I think it's mating season, so they were probably, like, getting busy, and
Oh,
they just
yeah.
didn't pay attention.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
"Oh, yeah." Uh, yeah, and
I
next
think the
thing you know,
tide's
like,
going
there's
up.
no more
Yeah.
water, so people are like, "Oh, you just push them, roll them out." Thing's a
Oh,
1,000
yeah. Things
pounds.
weigh fucking yeah, they're half a ton, these things.
So they had to
Roll them
cover
over.
them with, like, wet blankets and put up, like, some easy ups, keep the sun off them, and just wait till the tide came back in.
Oh, and they saved them?
Yeah, they saved them.
Can you
I
eat
mean, they
them?
can they can breathe out of the water, they're mammals,
Right.
but, like, the sun would have freaking fried them. Sunday, like, I don't know, my face doesn't look that red, but I put sunscreen on Sunday, which I usually don't do because it was, like, the clouds left and it was, like, you know, baking, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, now, like, the UV goes up to 12, bro. I mean,
Yeah,
it was 10 was the max. Now it's now they said, "Yeah, we gotta make it more."
right. But, yeah, I don't know. Sharks, they're out there. I just was
Yeah.
wild that that
Oh,
showed up on there like it was something new, like, "Oh, well, it's Florida. Well, okay, we're good."
yeah, yeah.
Panama
W
City, you know?
yeah. It's well, we'll lead right into the $500,000 T-Rex purse.
I know, I saw that, like,
So
you
somebody's gonna
know
buy it. I mean, people with money are stupid.
yeah. I mean, they found some, like, fossilized T-Rex skin, right? And and then, use, like, cow DNA or
Cow,
something.
yeah, yeah. Mix it
Yeah,
together to get
mixed it
a
yeah,
combo T-Rex cow. leather.
Well, I mean, to make more of it, I guess, and they're
Right.
making, like, a purse out of it. Um,
500K for
yeah.
fucking T-Rex purse.
You
I
could
mean, you
sell
can't even tell, dude. It looks like something you would buy at TJ Maxx, you know what I mean? It's not like this big teeth hanging off it or anything, you know what I mean? Fucking
well,
T-Rex.
especially imagine paying, like, $500,000 for it, and basically nobody knows what the
Right, nobody knows
hell
what
it
it
is.
is. It looks like a gray leather purse,
Yeah, like
you know?
pleather, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, exactly,
And
exactly.
it's like, "No, it's T," you gotta tell everybody or put, like, a sign on it, a T-Rex
When
purse."
when when Elise and I were in Italy, you know, everybody tells you to go to I don't know what the hell part of it was because it's all like you gotta go there for a leather jacket, right? So we go
Yeah,
to this place and it's just filled with tourists and leather shops. But you know what leather smells like, right? So we go in
right.
this store, it's filled with leather jackets, but it doesn't smell like leather. So I said to the guy, "What?" I go, "What?" You know, I don't need another leather jacket. But the guy's like, "Oh, this is antelope leather." Antelope leather? What the fuck are you talking? That's not even a leather, dude. Wouldn't you just make that up in your head? Antelope leather. And you
Yeah,
know, right away, the first of all, the jacket's $60, and so you turn around and then it's $40, and you're walking out the door, it's
and
30
it's
bucks. You
antelope
know, it's like,
leather.
yeah, antelope leather. Get the fuck
I
out of here.
well, that's the same thing, you go to Nashville, like, on Broadway, everybody goes to Nashville, especially I mean, it's a great place, but from the Northeast, and they don't have the garb. Like living in Texas, everybody wears boots. Like I wore them to work. Pretty much everybody's got a Western hat. But in New York or New Jersey, like you wear that, and I don't know, people look at you stupid. But everybody goes to Nashville, and the same thing. Like they have all these storefronts that sell boots or they sell hats, and like you walk and you can smell leather from the
Right,
boots
right,
because
right, exactly.
rather than have the door open and close all the time, they got the AC on, or if it's cooler out and the doors are open and all, and they're all filled with boots, and everybody's running in there to buy them. Like, oh,
About
I'm in
$500
Nashville for
Dan
3
Post
days.
boots.
I need to spend, $400 on a pair of boots I'm going to wear once.
Right, right,
But
right.
the first time I was ever there, I'm like, man, I smell leather. Like, where the hell's that coming from? Thought there was like some tannery or some shit there. And it's not. It was from, like, this whole row of boot places.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'd say, you know, that talk going back to the press thing, there's a kid in I think he's in Missouri that's like a leather guy, tanner, I guess what you call him. He makes purses that are like,
Mm.
you know, twice the thickness of like a Louis Vuitton or any of those bullshit things that are like, you know, $5,000. And he charges like between 1,500 and 2 grand for his purses. But he guarantees them for like 40 like it's some sick
Yeah.
guarantee. And you know, he's getting eaten up on the internet. Going, how can you charge that much? He goes, well, it takes me, you know, it takes me like from start to finish a week to make one purse. So I mean, what's my time worth? It's you know, I'm
Yeah,
charging
for
two
sure.
grand and you get a custom made purse. I mean, yeah,
Right.
it was just a you know, people, you know, that's why you put some on the internet. There's always a hater anyway.
Well, that's like and when you came to visit, went to the stockyards, and then there's other places too. There's like a Resistol, like, Stetson hat outlet and, like, Garland, but in the stockyards, and there's other places, but they make custom hats,
Right.
and those, people pay money for them, but it's
Cha-ching.
custom. And
Right.
it's warranty, like, you can bring it back there for the life of the hat, and the guy will fix it or whatever, and you watch them do it, like, there's an art to it.
Oh, of
Like
course. Yeah.
even what they use to size it up is, like, something they use from, like, the late 1800s. They put
Right.
this thing on and they
And
push
they
in
put the
on
little
these
yeah, the
little
yeah.
tabs, and it makes a perfect, like, mold, you know? I didn't get a felt hat made there, but, I got a straw hat made from the one place, and guy fits it perfect, gets it all set. So, I mean, you're buying something you
Yeah.
probably never have to buy
Right. You're gonna
again. It
have it
just depends
forever,
if you're
right?
actually gonna wear it, right? But I think the whole
Well, in
T-Rex.
Florida, you get away with a cowboy hat.
Yeah, yeah, I wear mine. Um, but the T-Rex thing, I don't know. Oh, because nobody's gonna know it's a T-Rex. Like, look at
Right.
all the people that
Right.
get these fake Fendi bags, and they just have a thing on that says Fendi,
Right.
and
You go to
and
Canal Street, dude. You can buy one for $40.
right. Well, that
T-Lex.
yeah. Well, that was always the issue when you ship manufacturing over to like China because all the factories are owned by the government and they're just contracted out.
Right,
So they
right.
don't care. The people in
Well,
there,
it's the
like you,
same with, the
yeah,
Nike sneakers are made right next to the
they
Converse
are.
sneakers, which are made right next to the, you know what I
And
mean?
there's
It's
plenty of
just,
people there, and they got the thumbs up from the Chinese government because they would be killed if they did it without it. That they
right,
can sell it bootleg, and it's the same shit.
right,
You're
right.
just not paying the premium to like Nike or
I
whoever
mean,
the
it's
bag
the
manufacturer.
same with the watches and the
Yeah.
Rolexes and come on, who
Well, I
cares?
heard I know, again, like, now that I got, like I'm no we used to talk about watches, I got, like, my Garmin I wear most of the time, and I don't have, like, a Rolex. I mean, we could go into, like, stories about some knucklehead that we know with Rolex
Oh
watches, but
yeah, come on.
but I guess if I had the money, but I know a friend of mine here, works for somebody who's, like, super wealthy and gets invited to, like, the Patek watch
Oh,
factory in
Philippe Patak, yeah,
Switzerland, and, like, he gets first dibs on, like, these one-offs. Like, some of them could be, like, 4 or $500,000 for a
I know.
freaking watch, and the guy's got a ton of them. But, like, I guess if you got the money and you wanna hide your money, it's an investment, right?
Yeah, yeah. They
They're not
only
gonna
go up,
lose their
and
value. Like the
there's
d
I seen
CIA
a
dude that just got caught, um, with all the gold bars, he had, like, you know,
yeah, yeah.
20 high-end watches. Well, that's the best thing to do. Just give me one of these or I'll buy it, and now, "Oh, I just got a watch." Like, I don't have $200,000 in cash, you
Right,
know?
right. I seen a guy on Antiques Roadshow, a Vietnam vet. He had the like long hair and a bandana on, and he bought a Rolex in Saigon for $300, which was a lot of money in
Yeah.
1968. And he kept it in the box with the paperwork, like never fucked with the thing for years. So he brings it to the Antique Roadshow. You know how much the thing was worth, dude? $700,000.
Yeah. Well, back in the
Seven,
day, they were like utility watches, like
right?
even,
Everybody had them
people in the
on.
military that dove, like, say you were like an early version of SEAL or something, they would have like a Rolex, like, dive watch. So the
The waterproof dive
Submariner.
watch.
And, now, like, it's just a it was a now it's just a status symbol, but back then,
And
like, people
yeah,
used them.
and I seen one the other day where a guy bought a Rolex, and I guess through the years, um, where the numbers are, I don't know what the watch name for it is, but that changed from whatever color to a red, and the hands, the hour and the minute hand changed to a different color. So he thought the thing was worthless now, right? So he brings it
Yeah,
to Antique Roadshow, and it's the complete opposite, because his aged so perfectly that they call it like some kind of devil's whatever because it turned to red. Another thing, what 700K. Guy thought it was worth. He goes, "Have you had this appraised?" He goes, "No." He goes, "What's it going to be worth? 5 grand?" He goes, "Oh no, my friend, this is worth
yeah.
$600,000 or $700,000. Yeah, fucking
I guess at
watch."
that point, you gotta ask yourself, "Should I just sell this thing?" I guess how much money you have.
A lot of
600K
people
is a
do.
lot of money.
A lot of people do. Because there was another gray one. I mean, I love watching the ones where people don't know. Like a woman had a statue for like 40 years, and they used to hang hats off it and shit like that. And it was a Rodin, like the famous sculptor. And the
Yeah.
thing was worth in auction, I think it went for $1.7 million. She was hanging
Yeah,
like
for
a
that money,
fucking
you gotta get
keys
rid
off
of
the
it.
thing in the living room. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. But yeah, people say, "Oh no, it's a
Yeah,
fairly family heirloom, like some Pablo Picasso thing that's worth,
right.
$80 million. No, I'm gonna keep it, save it for my grandkids." Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, these
Be
guys that
getting a
got money to
Rolex. Be
collect
getting a
these
Rolex
watches,
tomorrow.
they got enough money, guy's got his own
Right, right.
jet
Well,
own jet.
do you watch Friends and Neighbors with, John Hamm on,
No.
Apple? Well, he's some high finance guy, and he loses his job. He has a fight with his boss. So, he lives in Westport, Connecticut, which is, another stupidly rich town. So he has an idea, and he goes in these people's houses and he just starts robbing their watches from them because they have no idea. Like you open up a drawer, there's 27 watches there. So he
Yeah.
takes three from the back row, and, three watches are 800 grand.
Yeah. Yeah, and people
So,
just
yeah.
figure they misplaced it because they haven't worn it, you know?
Or, but the thing I don't understand about the show is it takes place now. and nobody has an alarm system. Like he just walks into
Or
these houses,
cameras, I don't know.
or cameras, or motion
Yeah.
detectors, or state of the
Well, I
art
mean,
shit.
it's a show, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know, I don't gotta worry about that. I think I got a couple other watches and then, the Garmin that I wear all the time. I, like, never, like, take the thing off. I use it for working out and everything, so it ain't a big deal.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well,
We had a lot of shit on here today about animals, you know? Well, I
the
talked about the honey
raccoons, bro.
badger because honey badgers blow my mind, and,
Yeah, well, they're
the thing
sick.
I see one that the thing's eating, like, a honey, finds honey in a hive, and it's just eating it, and all the
Yeah.
bees are just
See
trying to
that?
sting the shit out of it. Doesn't even care. It just keeps
Yeah, it's
eating the
just
fucking
slurping the
honey.
fucking honey up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, honey badger don't care. So now
Yeah.
this guy, the thing's all cleaned up and it's just wandering around this person's house.
And did he
Um,
have it since I mean, I don't know if they're called puppies. Has he had it since it was a baby?
I think so. It didn't go into detail, but it
Still,
had
that's
like,
like owning like a Doberman. You know what I mean?
and could you ever totally, it was under control. Like it wasn't ripping his house apart and it didn't destroy the dog, but do you really trust it? You know?
No, it's still a honey badger, bro.
Right.
I mean,
Like if
come
the
on.
thing got pissed, it's
Yeah.
like game over.
And especially
Right.
if you got kids or
Yeah.
something,
I know. Cause I don't know.
Is it looking at my kid as a food source, or is it looking at my kid as,
And well, you wonder if people just keep like, ask. There's some lunatics like tigers. They'll be like, what the new rave is like honey badgers or like the new pet
yeah, yeah,
everybody
yeah,
wants to get.
yeah, yeah.
Because they
Fuck
saying,
that.
and that leads into the next thing you and I would talk about, like raccoons. I mean, you see them in the Bronx, they're freaking in
Everywhere.
Manhattan, they're everywhere. And they're saying that because they're so around people that physically they're changing to seem more domesticated, which
Yeah.
they've done a study on. Like their faces are becoming more
City
like
city
hu-
coons.
city coon are becoming like more not long snout that seems like
Right, right.
aggressive, like pushed in face, like a
Right, right,
cartoon.
right. It looked more like a dog. A dog raccoon.
But that's like, adapting to like its environment and then changing through breeding like physically, which is crazy.
Right.
So somebody
Yeah.
sees it now and they're like, "Oh, that isn't the old mean raccoon or the old mean honey badger. Look at his face. He's the
Yeah, look,
new nice
he's
honey badger."
domesticated. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get
Fuck
one.
that.
And then you come home and
Well, that's
you're
what happened with the fucking pythons, right? People got them as
yeah.
pets and said, "Wow, this thing's 10 feet long. Let me just let it loose in the
Yeah, I don't
Everglades."
want this thing. I got tired of watching it eat rats, that
Right.
I got bored
Yeah.
with it, so now just dump it.
Yeah.
And now they're ripping apart. That python thing. I was seeing a thing down here. They said in other words, adapting those turkey vultures, which like you'll be driving along the side of the road, and you have them up there too, and you
Yeah.
see them
They're
like
huge.
just eating some shit that's dead on the side of the road.
Roadkill.
But
Right.
they started figuring out that these pythons lay eggs. They said they're actually adapting now to eat like because they'll have a cluster of eggs. It could have 100 eggs. That's why they breed so much. And now these turkey vultures are looking for these egg nests and
Eggs.
just like
So
laying
now we're
into
gonna
them.
be inundated with turkey vultures instead of
Yeah, but at
pythons.
least turkey vultures are from around here. And I
Right.
mean, if
Right.
they could take out a nest of pythons that you wouldn't be able to find, right?
Yeah,
I
because I
don't
don't
know.
know whether they started that thing again where you can, they put a bounty up where you can go kill pythons and
Yeah, they have them
get
they have it
money.
every year. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they,
Dude, those,
yeah.
yeah, they're fucking huge, those things.
Well, that's the thing with iguanas too, like getting back to Gabe chowing down on that iguana. I think it's just weird, that they wind up going through and I don't think they had a bounty on them. They want to they're invasive species to Florida. Like I don't
Right.
know what impact they have except that there's too many of them.
Yeah,
Yo.
so what's next up? What are we talking about? Thank you,
Well, the
babe.
raccoons, which I'm not getting a pet raccoon, and honey badgers, I'm just caught up in all the stupid videos. But um stuff we probably knew about and nobody ever talks about is like all these bio, like Tulsi Gabbard, like bailed out of her position in the administration and like sent out declassified information on like 120 of these foreign bio research labs,
Biolabs. Right,
you know,
right.
going back
What do
to
you
the
think
whole
they're
COVID.
making? No,
Oh,
it's not a
forget it.
cancer cure.
No, they're not. They were all like agricultural pathogens, fever viruses, you know, blood agents that hemorrhage and all this other
Right,
crap.
right. Good
And
times.
Ukraine was one of the big countries for that. So they always act like why the Russians were so mad and invaded, like all this stuff like culminated with them having to be right on their border. And they
Right.
were taking money from us and developing all these agents in there. They were
Yeah, and if
just
if
totally screwed up.
it's the same thing. If they found 120 of them, you know how many of them exist? You know
Yes,
what I mean?
exactly.
It's like,
I
come
mean,
on.
and nobody makes a big deal about it. Like
Right,
even after
right.
COVID, like it was turned out like, oh yeah, it probably almost certainly came from this Chinese biolab. Like, okay,
Yeah, all
whatever.
right. That's all right. We still
And we
like our
just shut
sneakers.
everything. Like it's
They
like,
make great purses.
yeah, and you guys like our basketball, NBA, so like we're good. Everybody's like fine with it. I mean, meanwhile, it
Yeah,
should
right,
be like
right.
freaking this is bullshit. You know?
Talk
I mean,
about basketball, the fucking Nick parade today in Lower
yeah, I'm
Manhattan.
glad I'm not
Dude,
there.
what
And
oh
good
my
thing you're
god,
not
you
there.
fucking nuts.
I know.
At 6 this morning, you couldn't get up the stairs from the subway because it was too crowded upstairs.
Right.
I mean, I would be turning around. I mean, you probably couldn't even it was so crowded, dude, you probably couldn't even turn around
Yeah.
and go the other way. Like,
They
yeah,
didn't show
no.
that many videos of them like destroying the city. I don't think it was as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Well, that's because they won. Imagine if they lost,
Oh, forget it.
it'd still be on fire.
I mean, I
No,
was
they burned
laughing.
they only burned like 3 school buses, they wrecked 6 cop cars, 61 people got arrested that night they won.
Yeah.
Bunch of cops got hurt. That night, Elise and I were coming home from the diner, and, we walked by this bar on 3rd Avenue, and it was so packed in the bar, there were had to be 300-400 people outside the bar watching the Knick game through through the windows and shit,
Right.
and there was, like, 6 cops there, 2 women, 2 young guys, and there was a sergeant there, and I heard him, like, he went to thing, he's like, "We're gonna need a lot more people here," and I don't know, what all you heard after the Knicks won, all you heard for the next 3 hours was sirens and helicopters down in Manhattan. Like,
Yeah, that's
dude,
bullshit.
come on. What the fuck? Well, it's the fucking usual suspects, bro. Come on.
Well,
I mean,
I
you don't
I
see
was
any of this with the World Cup, right? Nobody's burning buses in fucking Texas because
no, they get carried away in the stands though, I think,
right, right. But
but
yeah, because you're
not in
drinking and
general.
having a great time. But there might be a fight or two. But
That's why I was
I
laughing. One of the things I was reading up to that is like Dolan, the owner was like giving him this rah-rah speech going into the finals and like,
yeah, don't have sex.
don't have sex. And I'm like, are you kidding
Stop.
me?
What do you think? You're
People
fucking Babe Ruth?
are it's basketball.
Right,
Like
right. These
it's not
guys are
like
20 years old.
Rocky, like,
Right.
with
Dun, dun,
me,
dun, 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 dun,
women
dun.
weakened legs, like
Yeah, yeah,
these
yeah.
guys just like, what are you talking about? We're gonna go smoke some weed, get laid,
Right.
freaking
Drink some
drink,
tequila,
whatever,
and we'll.
and just get, whatever happens, happens. We're not
But
sacrificing
it's
that
great. Like I'm
part of
not
it.
even a basketball
Neither
guy.
am
You
I.
know what I mean? And both of the games, the Knicks won in the last couple of seconds and the championship. I turned it on with 5 minutes left. And that's
Yeah.
all you got to do. Like I was talking to somebody, they're like, "Oh, I'm watching the Knick game. It's 3-0." I'm like, 3-0. You still got 2 fucking hours to go, especially
Oh, I
now
know.
with the
You just need to get
commercials.
to the end.
Yeah, that's it. 5
Uh,
minutes left. You turn it
Yeah.
on.
Last 5 minutes. Who
Knicks
cares
down
what
by
happens
2.
so
All
bad?
right, good. That's all I got to see.
Yeah,
And from the sad thing, we got the B-52 going down.
I know. I looked today to see if there was any more details because it was like, I don't know what they were testing, but apparently, out there at Edwards, it was a test flight, had something to do with like radar and I don't know,
Right, right.
surveillance or some kind of crap. I mean,
But I think there was a retired Air Force colonel. Imagine that. you
Oh, that
retire,
sucks.
you get on the fucking plane. Yeah, I'll take a ride.
I mean, and the thing is, been around since the 50s. I mean, depending how much fuel they put in, what it was going on, like it's got 4 engines with those wings were just filled with fuel.
Did you see the wreckage? It just looked
Yeah.
like it landed and it incinerated. It was on like it looked like a black mark on the ground. I don't know if the Air Force came and took all the wreckage away, but it was like there was like nothing left, dude. It was probably like you said, just a giant 10,000-degree fireball.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it probably wasn't totally topped off because you got to burn so much fuel, with planes and especially them before you land. You can't land with the
Right.
same amount of fuel as you took off with unless you have to. But that freaking thing was definitely filled with
Oh
fuel.
yeah, that felt like a lead balloon. That thing fucking.
And yeah, and depending on what they were testing on, I'm sure people ran out there to make sure whatever they were trying to
And they
hide.
weren't that far, right? They weren't even that
No,
far.
no, it was right there. It was
And it was,
right.
I think well, it was only 200 feet. I mean, that's 20 stories, but still,
Yeah,
it wasn't even that high up.
no,
But, what is about, what does a B-52 weigh?
yeah, I don't even know. I mean,
Yeah.
but been around forever. I mean, it can carry a shit ton of bombs. I mean, that's why we
And,
still.
and sticking with the military, what about that crazy prick that beheaded the,
That's an old story, but it showed
yeah.
up because people are always like these crazy things happen with people in the military, and they don't publicize it as much because it goes to like a tribunal within the military. You get tried
Right,
on a
right.
court martial. If some shit like that happened civilian world, it'd be all over. Like that
Oh, right.
Carmelo Anthony and the other kid, went national. It's been like in and out of the news for a year. But anyway, in 94, this sergeant in the army, it was down in Louisiana, figured out or whatever that his wife is having an affair with
No, you
somebody and
know why, bro? She said she was pregnant and the
pregnant.
guy had a
Yes.
vasectomy.
Had a vasectomy. Yeah. And yeah, he lured him to a certain area, stabbed him like 15 times, beheaded him, and then took his head to his wife and like threw it at her and said, now you
She
can
was in the
sleep with him
hospital.
every night.
She
She
was in
was
the
in the
hospital. She
hospital.
dropped it on the fucking on the
Yeah.
dinner
Put it
tray.
in the gym bag.
Here's Eddie.
I'll tell you what though, man, like, not that we're condoning that, but you gotta give him thumbs up,
Oh
right?
yeah.
I mean, he was committed,
He
you
went he
know?
went full tilt, that's for sure. And they said
Yeah.
he went out and bought like a wild double-edged like 18-inch knife to do it, but he couldn't do it, so he was like fucking hacking away at the guy's neck. I guess he couldn't cut the spine.
Oh, yeah,
What
I'm
a
sure, and the
psycho fuck. He
freaking
got
bone
life
and
too,
everything.
right? He got
He got
life in
life, but then they
Leavenworth.
reduced it, down to, like, 45 years or some shit, I
Nice.
think. But
Nice.
you
He'll
know
get out when
what?
he's
Like,
82.
whatever, his wife was
But he's
cheating on him.
happy. Yeah.
What was he gonna do? His life's ruined, like, this woman, like, totally destroyed him, had a kid with somebody else, that guy's moving in,
Right.
you know?
You're gonna be paying her.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
meanwhile,
Might as
just
well behead the guy.
yeah.
Might as well whack his head off. Fuck him.
Right. They wind up doing that over in freaking Middle East all the time or
Oh yeah.
stone you for no particular reason.
Yeah. Oh, because you have your eyes showing if you're a woman,
Yeah.
or you decide to read a book, they fucking
Right.
drag you into the middle of town. Everybody says, "Hey, well, that is stoning. Let's go."
Which kind of leads into that whole story we were talking about with Ireland and Northern Ireland. And I was over there a couple of years ago. Like most of Europe's got a ton of immigrants now.
Right.
Unlike us, like the US is a country of immigrants, right? Even going back years ago, like, back before, people came over from Europe and settled here and
Right.
like, I'm from
Right.
England and I'm from Irish American, I'm this and that. But like if you're in Ireland, you're Irish,
Right. Forever.
like and now they got all this, and France had the issue with all people from Algeria and everything, just not assimilating, freaking taking jobs, taking houses, and a lot of them were on public assistance and then committed crimes and got away with it, and like they're fed up with it, they're rioting and everything else.
Yeah, because I mean, I'd seen a video and it was like, and they thought they were slick. They were coming in buses at 2 in the morning to drop all these immigrants off. But all of these Irish people were waiting there.
Yeah.
And so the guys, all these guys are getting off the bus, like 20-something-year-old guys, and the Irish guys yelling, "Where are the fucking families? Supposed to be families, not these
Families.
fucking
Yeah.
degenerates getting off the bus." And they pushed them back on the bus, and they went to another town. But what the fuck?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
over there, I mean, Northern Ireland's a little more, I think, because it's aligned with Great Britain, is more economically stable, like industry wise and stuff. But like in the Republic, there's a lot of people that
right,
just don't have jobs. Like it's not
right,
like,
exactly, exactly.
and well, when we were there down in the southern part, like in Kerry, doing the Ring of Kerry, the guy doing the tour, we kept driving by these hotels or like inns, really, and you see like Ukrainian flag and shit flying. And I'm like, "What's up with that?" Like, and he goes, "I'll tell you what's up with that." Like, he
Oh,
was
fucking
pissed. He
immigrants.
goes, "Yeah," he said, "What happened was similar to like in New York City, they the government paid like the guy who owned the inn for basically all the rooms. So he's like,
Right.
fuck it. I'm not going to like get
Yeah, I'm
tourists
not
in
gonna
there
say
or
no.
Irish
Right,
people on holiday. I'm getting, 10,000 euros a month or something to put all these Ukrainians in here. And they
right,
don't
right.
work. And then they're giving them money too. So the
Yeah,
guys
right,
that get
exactly.
fucked everything up, like especially down there, it's all sheep farms and tourism. And now you
Right.
don't have any tourists. So
Yeah, and these fucking degenerates just standing on the corner fucking I mean, there's tons of stories about what these well, it's all over. I mean, it's here too.
well,
I mean,
I got on that because the one dude they had, and it was I don't know, it was in the Republic or Northern Ireland, had some Irish dude, and he was trying to behead him in the street, and they wound up like coming and saving him. The guy had him like in a rear naked choke, like a knife,
yeah,
like
with a
trying to cut
fucking
his
knife
head
and
off.
guts. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
I'm like, and over there, they would never. I not that I laugh about it, but like in Texas, even in around Dallas, I think it was up near Plano and down by Houston, there was petitions in the start like a housing development big that was Muslim oriented, like religious based, and it got
Right.
shot down. But I mean, in Texas, everybody's got a pistol. Like
Right,
for the
right,
most part, nobody's going to rear naked choke you and try and cut your head off.
right.
You know,
Shoot you in the foot.
yeah, or some crap like that. But now they're like, now they're the Ulster Defense, UDF in Northern Ireland and the IRA are like on the same side, like getting rid of these invaders. Like they're all
Right,
like
right,
teamed
right.
up together, Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking insane. Where they gonna I mean, it's great to say it, but what are you gonna do? Go
You're
fucking
not
say
well,
the
they're
only people with guns over there are the IRA. The cops
yeah,
don't
and
even have guns.
UDF. I mean, they're protesting against the their government. At
Right.
least they're doing something, right?
Yeah.
Um,
'Cause I mean, like same with the city in New York. I mean, if you had a hotel that wasn't doing so good and somebody came up to you and said, "Listen, we'll take all these
yeah,
rooms.
guaranteed money.
We'll give you 700 a night per room, plus a per diem per person." And what are you gonna say? Of course you're gonna say yes. I mean, and
Yeah.
then if you say no, you're on a shit list of every fucking, you know, pro
Oh, I know.
fucking immigrant group that's out there.
Yeah. I think the last like kind of animal thing, of course, we were very animal oriented today. I don't know why. Was that psycho woman? I remember a buddy of mine went hunting out in Montana and they came back to like these cabins, and one of them was the owner of the property in the cabin, and the other was theirs. And on the owners, this cougar mountain lion was like trying to maul the dog, and they shot it and all kinds of other shit. But these mountain lions or cougars are like not afraid of people. So this woman up in um, Canada, heard some noise and went out in like her barn, and there's this cougar like trying to eat her freaking
Yeah,
goat.
they had the fucking goat by the neck. Yeah.
Yeah, and she like goes
Sick.
hard at the thing, kicked it, freaking all kinds of other shit, and it took off. She's lucky
Yeah,
because
yeah. That
I
was pretty
mean,
big, that cougar, dude.
yeah, I mean, I
I
think
mean, they still
even a
got
small
3-inch
one's
fangs, those
probably
things. Right,
125 pounds. I mean, big
right.
one, 200 plus. I mean, as a cat, like, cats are freaking ruthless, man,
Yeah, yeah,
but she was screaming at it, throwing stuff at it,
yeah.
and
I seen the video. She was kicked kicked the thing in the side a couple times, but it sort of. Did it leave the goat? It sort of
yeah,
went out of
it left the
camera,
goat.
like it
Yeah,
was like running. She was still kicking it out of the camera. So
yeah, I
the
mean,
goat is just like,
Eh, like
help,
goats they
help.
use for, like, everything, right? They
Right,
used
right.
to, like, tie them out
Need a
to, like
sacrifice? Yeah,
well,
get a
in
goat.
Jurassic Park, getting back to the
Yeah,
T-Rex,
hang
remember
the
they had
goat,
the
right.
goat tied up,
Ah, the T-Rex. And all of a sudden you
waiting for
just
the
hear,
T-Rex to come, and,
right. Little did the T-Rex know he's gonna be a purse 30 years later.
yeah, and then the freaking goats getting eaten by mountain lions, but, yeah, I always, going out in the woods, like, always, like, having, like, a pistol on me. Depending where you're at, like, especially out west, like, these mountain lions stalk people. There was some
Right.
video
Come
years
on.
get back, this thing guy's out hiking, and he feels like something's, like, looking
Oh, I
at him.
seen that with the
He's
fucking
throwing
cougar, right,
rocks and shit at it,
right.
like
And the thing was coming up
yeah, it was coming up,
yeah,
what are you gonna do?
advancing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
My cougar
yeah,
story.
well, I mean,
We
at
used
least
to
he
think
lived
of
to s
cougars as, something
yeah,
else.
well, not in the city, out in the
Yeah.
freaking woods, it's a whole different freaking ball
Yeah,
game out there.
it's not a 45-year-old woman.
Yeah. But I think that's all we were talking about this week, Mike. I
That's
mean,
it, dude.
we went,
We hit a lot of different World War II heroes, sharks,
yeah,
cougars,
cougars,
raccoons,
right?
beheadings, World
Uh,
Cup,
Irish chaos.
Irish chaos. B-52 went down.
Yeah. What we need is like some Irish people protesting immigrants carrying T-Rex
Purses
backpacks using
with
cougar
immigrants' heads.
to go after illegal immigrants or something. And then we could just wrap all this together wearing a Knicks jersey.
Wearing a Knicks jersey, yeah. Hold the
Yeah.
head up in the parade.
I don't know. Um, Yeah, all good, bro. Episode
Let's do it.
16. So
In the
with that,
books.
my friend, take us home.
Later,
Later. Skulls.
skulls.